You're tuning into this episode of Ericson Presents Mixing Tutorials. And today we're going to talk about compression, and we're just going to go over some basics for those who are just wondering how you can use percussion, compression. So we're just going to talk about that today. Before we get started, just as a reminder, if you need mastering done, click the link in the description, and it will take you to a place where you can contact me about getting some free a free master done, not some, a free master done. So hit the link in the description. Holla at your boy. You can check out some before and afters. I will be updating those very soon because I have some new music coming that I've done. So that will be there soon. All right, so let's get to compression. This is actually going to be a plug-in review, I guess, because I believe that this compressor, the fast compressor by Focusrite, I believe that this is going to give the best visual representation of what's happening, so you can understand just a little better. So this is why I want to use this one. So I guess this is going to be like a plug-in review as well. So, yeah. So basically there's the basic functions of a compressor, which you probably already know, but let's just go over real quick. You have the ratio, the threshold, the attack, release, the knee, and the gain. The wet and dry, that's getting into parallel compression. So the ratio is how hard the compressor works. So the higher the number, the more compression that is being applied. That's pretty much all you need to know. I mean, the 2-to-1s, the 3-to-1s, what that's actually saying, just don't confuse yourself. Just know that the higher the number to 1, the harder the compression. That's pretty much all you need to know. And then you have the threshold, which is when the compressor kicks in. So the more you lower it, it will tell you, you are telling the compressor when you want it to kick in. The attack time is how fast you want it to kick in, and the release time is how fast you want it to release. The knee is how hard or soft the compressor is. Now, the reason why I like using this one is because of the visual representation of what it's doing. So right now I have this compressor on the, what do I have it on? Oh, I have it on the lead. So it's on the lead.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, cause it's not you.
All right, so this is the signal that you're getting going through the compressor, okay? As of right now, there's no compression on. 1-to-1 is literally no compression. So if I start moving these knobs, what this plugin does is it gives you a visual representation of what's going to happen. So what I like about this compressor is it's definitely going to show you what's happening. So when I turn this threshold down, and you can see,
you can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude.
The gray in the background is the original file, and then this red is what is the new file going to be after the compressor settings. So just pay attention to what the red is doing to kind of understand what it's doing to the audio. So I'm going to turn down the ratio. Right now it's 1.5-to-1, which is a light compression.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, cause it's not you.
You see what like it's very light.
I tell no lies.
When
I finish, I just want to be
if I bring it down more,
just leave me alone.
Now you can see, like, this is the original. See how it's squashing it together? So all of the peaks and valleys per se are a little more evened out. So that's because of how hard I'm compressing. Now I wouldn't compress that hard, but just for the sake of visual, that's what it's doing.
You can't be my girlfriend.
Then you can control the volume,
trying to
the
be
overall volume.
You can blame it all on me, cause it's not you.
Now, attack and release. So basically, attack, the slower the attack, the the more punchy it's going to sound because it's letting the transients through. Whereas if it's a faster attack, it's going to chop off the transients, the first thing that you hear. When you talk, to talk, it might come off as hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's taking away that first part, the faster the compressor is. So let's turn it down to.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude.
Look how smooth that new file is.
You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not.
If we turn it over to the right, you can see how the peaks are starting to rise again because it's letting the first parts in.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on.
All right, so then now let's look at the release. So with the release, same thing. How long do you want the release? How long do you want the compressor to stay engaged until you are done with it?
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone.
So that purple part that's showing up is showing that the compressor is holding on to the file just a little longer when it's turned higher, obviously. So that's pretty much it. And then you have like the gain reduction, because when you turn it down, you have to turn it back up. I'm sorry, the gain. So when you turn the compressor down, when you compress, it actually turns the signal down. So then you just want to simply turn it back up.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude.
All right, so let's try to get a nice little setting going here.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone.
So you notice when I turned up the output, you can see what it's doing there as well, how it's making the file louder again. So yeah, do I want it to have a more punchy kind of sound, or do I want it more smooth? So if I want it punchy, I'm going to keep that attack to the right. If I want it more smooth, I keep it to the left.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone.
It's real subtle. It's very subtle, but it's definitely leveling it out in a way that gets rid of those transients. So in a way, if you wanted to try to create depth with a compressor, then your attack time would help you do that, because taking off the transient of the source is going to make it seem like it's further away, because you're not going to hear the definition and all that stuff as well as you would if you made the attack time a little longer.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone.
Then you have the knee. The knee isn't really represented in here, but that's okay. The knee is just basically saying how hard the compressor is going to react, or is it going to be a soft compression. So you just play with that today.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone.
All right, so when you hear it in bypass, it sounds a little more just raw, and then when you turn it back on, it just sounds just a little more contained, just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, 'cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone.
So compression is one of those things where you could either A, blow up the mix, or B, you can tighten up the mix. Using compression sparingly has its own style, and it also using it aggressively has its own style. So you just you got to figure out what it is that you're going for. If you want a more natural sound, then you don't want to compress obviously super hard. If you want a big fat natural sound, well, if your source is fat and it sounds real full, then kind of look at it like you're just sculpting artwork.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude.
Like that
you can blame it all on me because it's not you.
So we're compressing about 6 dB, which that could be a lot. So let's get like around 3 dB of gain reduction and see how that sounds.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me because it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone. Just leave me alone. You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me because it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want to be left alone.
So what I found out about compression when I'm doing vocals, because vocals are usually that one thing that is usually the hardest to do, especially in a home studio, because tracking that vocal, there's so many different elements that go with tracking vocals. And unless you're coming out of a well-treated room, going to equipment that's gain staged properly, that vocals might be a little harder to mix. But when the vocal is going through the right everything, then the vocal is easy to mix in, just like an instrument is easy to mix in. So what I find when I'm using a compressor, I like my vocals to sound pretty full. So I don't compress them too hard. But if you remember from 2 videos ago, I had compression going in to my recording. So like I'm going through a compressor when I'm recording these vocals. So I don't have to compress as hard because of that. So you got to remember that. This is different. Yours you might see, like, let's play.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me because it's not you. I tell no lies.
So you might see a lot of ups and downs here. That's what you might see in your vocals.
I'm not trying to be.
And that's just probably because you have an interface. You probably don't have a compressor that you're going through. I'm using UAD. So my UAD stuff is all in the box. I can actually pull it up right now. So for my vocals, like this is that's my preamp, so I'm going through here, and then even after that I'm going through here. So this is my LA3A, which I love this LA3A. But as you can see, when I talk louder, like this needle just jumps because it's compressing as I'm talking. So it's containing a lot of you can see it. So yeah, that's how I use compression. So I'm compressing. So this vocal is technically compressed 3 times, with this third one being the fast compressor. So yeah, hopefully that made a lot of sense. I know compression is not one of them things that is just the shiny part, and sometimes it is hard to hear what the compressor is doing if you don't know what you're looking for. But that's okay. Everything's trial and error. So in the event that you do want to know what the compressor is doing and you're just like, I don't know if it's doing something or doing what I want it to do, just turn it up. That's it. Just turn it up. Turn up whatever you're doing and make it extreme, so then you can say, oh, that's what it's doing. All right, before we go, let's pull up another compressor, just any other compressor. Let me see. What other compression do I have? I'm trying to think, what is a compressor that I would use on vocals? Oh, let's do the Pro C. This is another compressor that you may or may not have, but you can also see visually what it does. So this is 4-to-1.
You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, cause it's not you.
Only 2.2
I tell
dBs
no
of reduction.
lies. When I finish, I just wanna
The
be
attack is
left
fast.
alone. Just leave me alone.
Bring that up some.
Oh.
Bring the threshold down a little
I'm
bit.
not trying to be rude to you.
I think auto gain is on. Yeah.
Tell the truth or you don't want me to.
Oh, let me turn the volume back up. I'm tripping.
I'm not feeling me and you. You can't be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to be rude. You can blame it all on me, cause it's not you. I tell no lies. When I finish, I just want.
So what I'm hearing here is the compression getting a little clearer. I mean, it's making the vocal a little clearer. That's what I hear. But like I said, I don't even think that if I was doing this a cappella style, I would even use this compressor. But when you have instruments going in there, and you might want to use compression just to keep the volume level even, because you have other things that are going on. So everything is all situational based when you are mixing. So in this case, because it's a cappella, like, this compression is not needed, but just for the whole sake of what a compressor does, yeah, that's it. But anyhow, that is it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, don't forget, if you need a free master, holla at your boy by clicking that link in the description. All right, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.